Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here. So I have a pick a card reading for you all. This is um, just a general message of what Spirit would like for you to know at this time or things to focus on. I don't know, it just popped up. Spirit decided to spring this on me at the last minute, but anytime Spirit calls me to do something, I have to do it, or at least I feel like I have to do it. So, which means if every 5 minutes they tell me to do a pick a card reading, I feel like I'm going to have to. Um, so, I'm in a different setup just a little bit, so you may not be able to see everything clearly. I have 4 sets here. I will show you the decks in just a second. So again, this is just a general message of what Spirit would like for you to know, what message they would like for you to hear at this time. And then I also have a card for you that will tell you what you could possibly look out for coming up. I am using Healing with the Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Bergsma. Oceanic Tarot. I don't know how I can get this to show, but Oceanic Tarot by Jayne, Wallace. Energy Oracle by Sandra and Magical Times Empowerment by Jody Bergsma, which is a deck that I actually kept on my shelf for a while, and I just now pulled it back out for the first time in a long time. I am not at my house right now, so that's why things look a bit different. I'm at my sister's house with my older sister. Everybody's asleep, so now I have some time to do this. Anyway, so just pick a card set. So I have 4. I'm in a weird setup, and then I'm using my laptop again to record, and it's not really, I can't switch the recording to, the little arrows that are on the device when you're recording, and you can make it switch around the other way. I can't do that with this computer, so or laptop. So this is the only way. So I have to have it, the top of it pushed all the way down to where you can see. Yeah, it's a big mess, but it's the only way I can do things right now. But anyway, so without further ado, let's see what Spirit wants us to know. So there are 4 sets here. Yeah, we're headed towards the end of the year also. So this year went by really, really fast. But anyway, so I don't keep babbling and I don't keep you long. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is number 1. So let's see. I'm not going to flip this card over yet because this is the one that's going to give us a general outlook of what is maybe to come. It may possibly tell you what you already feel at this moment, or for quite some time have you been feeling, rather than just giving you an outcome. So do keep that in mind. So these 3 are the ones we're going to focus on right now. So we have number 24, adjacent possibilities. The number can mean something, but it may not. And when I say that is that, the reason I say that is because the number, oftentimes some people find that it resonates with them in some way. It's a number and count of something. It's a time frame of something that has happened, an anniversary, a birthday, an age, things like that. So the number can very well mean something. However, the numbers are just placed on the cards as a way, the creator's way of keeping them in order. So instead of alphabetical order, this deck was numerical. if I said that right, but you know what I mean. So anyway, adjacent possibilities. And from the healing of the angels, or healing with the angels by Doreen Virtue, we have celebration. Ooh, and then from the magical times empowerment, we have happiness. And it says, immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. So what I wanted to get to actually is the fact that adjacent possibilities literally just means try what you haven't tried. There are other things that you have thought about trying, but you're doing everything but that one thing, and that one thing may be the one to give you the opportunity that you've been looking for whatever situation or whatever it is that you've been contemplating on and or wanting a change in, a positive change. But then you have the happiness, and it says, but yeah, it pretty much means even the smallest thing can get you to where you need to be. And this is saying the same thing. And the smallest of things, right there. It says, in the smallest of things. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. So pretty much that means, again, try what you haven't tried to get to where you need to be. If you've tried certain measures and they're just not working, try again. Maybe give it one more go and then try something completely new. That way you can have this celebration at the end here. You won't get that unless you, again, try something you haven't tried. Or keep trying that one thing, because the best inventions weren't created overnight. That's the best way to put it. So we have to wait for things sometimes. Sometimes it's just because you may need to wait. But yeah, you do have to put in work, of course. But yeah. And it could be that this thing isn't meant for you. But as I said, the smallest things can get you to where you want to be. So with that being said, just try something different, something small. Okay, so here is your outcome card, or possibly something you're already feeling. And I feel like for a lot of you, most of you are already at this point. This is Two of Swords. If you can see, the keyword says crossroads. Two of Swords literally means that you have your eye on two different choices. There's one sword going that way and the other is going the other. You're stuck in the middle trying to figure out which way to go. And again, this message is telling you to go a different route, take a new approach, do something you have not done to get to where you need to be. I know I said that a million times, but it's literally that simple. But yeah, I feel like that's a lot of you at this moment. This is not something coming up. You're already at this crossroads period. But your answer is, again, to try something you haven't tried. And likely a lot of you already have this idea in your head. You're just afraid to use it. You're afraid to go there for some odd reason. Give it a try. Give it a try. If you don't try new things, you're going to stay stuck in the same position. So that was set number 1, and that was a pretty good set. Okay, so now we're on to number 2. So number 2, I'm having to repeat myself a lot because I'm going to provide time for timestamps, and when I do that, people are not going to watch. A lot of people are not going to tune in to the very beginning of the video. They're going to go straight to whatever timestamp their card choice is. So I'm going to have to repeat a lot of stuff each time I get to a different set. So this card here is going to be an outcome card of what to maybe look out for or what's coming up. If not that, it could be explaining something you're already feeling or something that's already going on in your life. So we're going to flip that over last. If you didn't get to the beginning of the video, this video is, or this pick a card reading is a general message of what Spirit would like you to know, the things they would like you to focus on, and things like that. If you want to know the decks I've worked with, you would have to go to the beginning of the video, because this video will be longer than it needs to be if I keep repeating everything and showing the same things over and over again. So that's why I do recommend to watch the beginning of the video. I'll try not to make them as long, but you know. So I'm on number 2. So we're going to flip this over last, even though it was on the top. We have number 33. So the number can mean something, and it may not. It can mean a time frame, a number encountering something, an age. However, the numbers on the card are usually the creator's way of keeping the cards in order, but sometimes, oftentimes, it resonates with someone. So anyway, so door to romance, serenity, and discernment. And I saw this card in my head. So I am what you call a golden card reader. I am a psychic reader, but which means that oftentimes I get imagery in my head of the cards before I even flip them over, and then likely the card that appears will be the card that I got in my head. So I'm very in sync. My abilities are very in sync with these cards. So discernment, see the truth of the situation, use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention, your intuition knows. Okay. Pretty much I feel like this is saying that you're at a peaceful point with a relationship or somebody you're dealing with in a romantic sense, whether it's committed or not. You've become peaceful with this person, and you came to a compromise and a resolution, and things are going pretty well so far. But with discernment, it is telling you not to be afraid, to be cautious. If something is gnawing at your intuition, telling you that something isn't right, pay attention to that. Especially if it's going on constantly, you want to pay attention to that. If you don't pay attention to it, eventually you'll have to learn a very hard and hurtful, painful lesson, and you don't want to get to that point. So if it's telling you something's going wrong or something's not right about this person or this situation or just a relationship in general, maybe this person isn't for me, maybe I should move forward, you need to listen. So yeah, so it looks like this is about relationships for most of you. And I, for some reason, feel like a few of you, or maybe even just one person, because I'm really not getting a whole lot of people for this. However, I feel like this is going to resonate very strongly with one person in particular. And you've met this person at work, or you're liking somebody at work. I get that message for somebody with this spread. So if you pick this and that resonates, the reason why I say that is because sometimes the colors mean something to me, and if it really pops out, I will notice it. And this color to me is like a pale green. Green overall speaks of kind of it to me. It's like money and finances. And with that being said, with this ending up being a love thing for most of you, I feel like you met this person at work, or you're going to be meeting somebody at work. I don't know, but that's what I feel. So we're going to go ahead and flip over your outcome card, or something you're already feeling. So you have 8 of Swords, and as you can see, it says restriction. So, yeah. You would think the number 8 would be a symbol for luck, and it is in certain circumstances, but in tarot with swords and cups and swords and cups mainly, it's not a card that you want to see for a lot of situations. So pretty much you have discernment here, and it's pretty much saying to keep your guard up. Don't let one nice thing make up the whole relationship or whatever situation for you. Let it pay attention to small things. Pay attention to their actions. I don't know why, but this is mostly about a relationship for most of you, I feel. But you could already be at this spot, but if you're not already in this Eight of Swords with restrictions here, you are headed that way. And I feel like some of you even like somebody at work, but you can't but you feel like that's standing in the way of you having an opportunity with them or something of that sort. So yeah, there are some restrictions. It may not be within this relationship. However, there are some restrictions coming in some part of your life if there isn't already. So that is set 2. If you can, stick around to the end of the video because I may, I don't know, I never know what's going to happen when I get to the end. Sometimes I feel compelled to do an extra card for each set, things like that, or announce something I may have forgotten to announce in the beginning. So we're on 3. So those of you who have chose set 3, I'm having to repeat a lot of things because, you know, when you get timestamps, people go straight to that number, to that card, and it makes it difficult for you to understand a lot of things and key points I mentioned at the beginning. So I am going to have to keep saying this throughout every set. So this is just a general reading of what Spirit would like you to know, a message they want you to know, things they want you to focus on, or things that maybe even going on currently. This card here was on the top, but it's going to be flipped over last, as this is going to be saying either something about how you are feeling right now or something going on currently, or this is going to be an outcome card of what's to come. So that we're going to do last. We're going to focus on these 3. If you'd like to know what decks I've used, please go to the beginning of the video where I show it. So anyway, so number 14, caring connection. So the number can mean something, but it may not. Oftentimes the number resonates with people. It could be a time frame, an age, a number and count of something. Sometimes it can resonate. So that's why I say that. Sometimes it won't, but it can for a lot of people. So caring connections, blessings, energy. Life forces is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. So that's a very good spread. I'm just needing a minute to really tune in to figure out what this means for the majority. Okay, so I feel that there is a situation, friendship, relationship, some type of partnership that has not necessarily a relationship, just a love relationship, just because of the card looking like that. I go off mainly the words. I do look at the pictures sometime and tune into the imagery to get, you know, a meaning that way for my guides, but it doesn't work like that every time. this time I'm paying more attention to the words. There's some type of partnership here. It doesn't have to be a romantic one, that has brought you many opportunities. And this telling you you need to continue to open yourself up to these blessings, and stop being fearful of them. A lot of you are fearful of good changes because you fear that it won't last long. Things will be taken away from you. As long as you keep that attitude, it will. But this is a pretty good spread. It's telling you to keep this connection, whatever type of connection it is, because it's bringing you lots of opportunities, and you need to be more open to receiving them. So this is your outcome card of what's either to come or something that's already going on. So we have Four of Cups, and this talks about, the keyword says boredom. Four of Cups is usually about, again, boredom, of course. Somebody wanting something new. Somebody wanting to spice up things a lot. Things like that. And for a situation like what I've explained with those other three cards, this would be, I feel like this will be for you to be open to new things and not be fearful of them, pretty much. And for an outcome message, if this isn't already going on, this is saying that something new is possibly coming to you, whether that's a job, a relationship, a financial breakthrough, or something. It's going to be new. It's going to surprise you. And you're going to have to be open to receiving it in order for it to make its way in your hands. Or you're going to feel a need to want to do something new, to want to quit a job, to want to quit something and start over. So that's what that is. Beautiful spread for set 3. Okay, so number 4. So this is set 4. This pick a card reading is based on messages that Spirit would like for you to know at this time. If you would like to know the decks I've used, please do tune in to the beginning of the video to find that out. I'm having to repeat a lot of things because when people provide timestamps for pick a card readings, they go straight to their card, which is fine because I would like to do the same thing too. However, you're missing out on a lot of key points, instructions, introductions, and possibly even announcements at the beginning of the video. And then I would have to repeat everything throughout to make sure every set has heard that same information. So yeah, like this is what I'm about to say, I've had to say for all of these sets. So this card was on the top. However, this is going to be your outcome message or to validate something that's already going on in your life currently speaking. So we will be pulling that one last. We're going to focus on these 3 cards for the time being. So we have card number 35, First Chakra Archangel Michael. We have Retreat and Confidence. Be bold, rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. So I'm willing to bet that a lot of you are, I don't know why my mind always goes to Leos, but fire signs in general. But for some reason, Leos popped in there more strongly than anything else. Okay. So, Archangel Michael, card number 35. 30, the number can mean something, it may or may not. However, a lot of the times clients tell me that the number ends up resonating with them in some way, whether it's a time frame, a number and count of something, something that's going to end up coming up, an anniversary, an age, anything. So anyway, first chakra, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is about stability and security. You have retreat also and confidence. So all three together pretty much states that you're kind of all over the map at the moment. You need to take some time to yourself, get to know yourself again, get to know all the goals and dreams and hopes and wishes that you had, and kind of put them in order. Taking some time to reflect on certain things so that you can become more secure. And I feel more so this speaks of finances for most of you. Also taking a break from buying things that aren't really, I mean, of course we would like to buy things we want, and that's okay, but Spirit here is telling you not to go overboard on spending. And I feel like a lot of you are single, and this is saying, from what my guides are telling me, to be comfortable being by yourself. Know that it's okay to be alone. In the meantime, create some stability before you get into anything new. Not just relationships, but pretty much anything. So your outcome card, or something that's already going on, you have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups signals a very, very loving connection. It's a victory card. So things are going to look up for you. But I feel like that's only after you take the advice that I just given to you before I flip this over. And some of you are going to have luck in relationships. So yeah, so that was the pick a card reading. I am doing personal readings. You can contact me at giftedsoul777@gmail.com. The information is usually always in the description box below. 2019 is coming up pretty quickly, shall I say, because this year went by really fast. And I know some people would like to know, what the first few months is going to look like. I am doing that, and that is $30 just to know a glimpse into the first few months of 2019, like January, February, March. That is $30 for a monthly read. That's limited time offer also, because 2019 will be here before you know it. So do let me know if you're interested in that, and I will tell you when I will be stopping that. But I do personal monthly readings, like the ones that I do for the general messages for zodiac signs. I do personal ones as well. Those are just $15 using the same system I use here. I do that video as well. However, I will post the video as unlisted so nobody else will see it except you and me, unless you give me permission to post it publicly. So yeah. And those I usually do within the first day. So it's like you want to know about your month going on in November, what's going to happen, or what to focus on, things like that. For you personally, $15. And the length of the video will vary from person to person. Also, if you want a live chat reading, I am available via the My Tarot Advisor mobile app. My credit rate is 3 credits per minute. It used to be 2, but I was recently able to raise it. However, I will lower it on special occasions and things like that. Donations get you a mini amount will get you a general oracle card message, and I usually pull from the deck that I used in this video, Energy Oracle, which is this card. So yeah, and the donations go towards supplies, helping keeping my website up and running, helping to keep me to be able to provide you spiritual services pretty much. So yeah, but anyway, I think that's it. I do have other services as well. I do past life readings. I do consider myself to be a life coach. Pretty much anything you need to know about, I can help you. However, I would like to refrain people from asking certain things, and that would be, you can ask about pregnancy to a certain extent. Please do not ask me when somebody's going to die. I absolutely refuse to answer that, and I have turned down people for that. And there's a reason why I do that, and it's not just to protect me, it's to protect you also. If I focus in on that, it actually affects my health, so I can't help you much there. So give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see more. If you have ideas on pick a card readings and questions you would like me to answer with these types of readings on here, please feel free to leave a comment at the bottom saying, telling me the questions you like me to look into and things like that for you on YouTube. Yeah, because I'm running out of ideas, but yeah. And I think that's it. But yeah, if you like a personal reading, just contact me and let me know what it is you're interested in. I have a lot of different services. They're all very inexpensive. I'm not perfect, but more than likely you won't be disappointed at the end. Yeah. I am going through a little weird luck in my health and the health aspect of my life, so that is why I don't upload like I used to, because I'm very tired. Yeah. Also, if I know a lot of people don't believe in God, but I do. Yes, I am a Christian reader. If you do, I would like you to say some prayers if you would do that for me, because yeah, lots going on. I don't know if I should speak about it, but assuming anybody made it to the end of the video, if you like, say some prayers. Hard time in my health at the moment. And I'm waiting on some test results regarding those issues. So, And most of you know what those issues are by now, but I recently got news about that may or may not be good. So, and they called me in to get retested for those things. And wow, yeah, waiting process is very hard. So if I don't get a call next week, then everything's good. I'm very scared because this is a matter of life and death, and I don't want to go nowhere anytime soon. So do pray for me. It's not that bad, but it's bad. So, yeah. I'm also anemic, so that's making me very tired and draining me. Not to mention I am a psychic, so that plus that is very hard on me. So yeah, just say some prayers. If I didn't need them, I wouldn't ask, but I really think I need them. Yeah. So let's just say there are two major organs in my body that may not be functioning correctly, and they did get messed up earlier this year, some months back. So yeah, I'll try to be on here more for you guys, but like I mentioned, it's getting hard because of those issues. I'm tired. I'm aggravated more. Can't sleep, which is why another reason why I'm up doing a pick a card reading at almost 4 o'clock and I just looked at the clock and it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So so yeah, prayers. I'm gonna stop babbling. I hope you enjoyed the pick a card reading. Leave a thumbs up if you would like me to do more. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoyed it. If you want, yeah, just let me know what you would like to see for me to do on my channel. Mostly spiritual, but I can do other things as well. Yeah, let me know if it resonated with you or not. Now, it's not going to resonate with everybody, and I cannot stretch that enough. However, a lot of people have actually told me that every time that they see my pick a card readings, it resonates with them somehow. And they're like, how are you able to get it to resonate with a lot of people when it's general and it's pick a card? I don't know the answer to that myself. It's just the way it depends on a person's gift. And I'm not perfect, mind you, but trust me, I have a gift because it's very, very draining. But anywho, thank you for watching. Yeah, that will be all, and I will see you all in the next one.